72-hour window to release the remaining hostages opened earlier this morning when the Israeli troops completed their pullback to a predetermined line in Gaza. 20 of the 48 hostages Hamas still holds are believed to be alive, including Omri Moran. His brother-in-law Moshe tells Fox,
"We're so grateful that the president, the peace president, has achieved what people thought was impossible."
And President Trump plans a trip to Israel in the next few days. Some Trump supporters have been clamoring for the president to win the Nobel Peace Prize for brokering that Gaza deal. And yesterday he said,
"They gave it to Obama for doing absolutely nothing but destroying our country."
Well, President Obama did win in the first year of his first term, but this morning the prize went to someone else, not Trump. The White House communications director just posted on X, the Nobel Committee has proved they play politics over peace. So who won? Maria Corina Machado, a Venezuelan opposition activist living in hiding. She told Fox last month,
"There are more than 800 political prisoners that are under the horrible conditions, inhumane conditions. They have been tortured. They have been hurt. Everybody that raises their voice here in Venezuela is threatened."
President Trump's National Guard deployment to suburban Chicago blocked by a federal judge days after a similar ruling in Portland, Oregon, where he also wants troops to protect immigration agents after anti-ICE protests.
Judge April M. Perry says deploying troops anywhere in the state would, quote, only add fuel to the fire. The temporary restraining order comes after some local and state officials sued the Trump administration over the troops' deployment. They called it a, quote, unconstitutional invasion.
Fox's Christina Coleman. New York Attorney General Letitia James has been indicted, charged with mortgage fraud. The Democrats' reaction?
This is nothing more than a continuation of the president's desperate weaponization of our justice system.
Last year, James won a civil fraud case against then-candidate Trump, but the massive fine as punishment was overturned on appeal. America's listening to Fox News.
Let's go! You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
You ever wonder why Verizon charges twice as much as Pure Talk for the same basic service? Think it might have something to do with the fact that Verizon spends $12 billion a year on advertising and promotion? That's billion with a B? Yeah, Pure Talk doesn't spend that kind of money on commercials. That's why they can offer unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data on a blazing fast 5G network for just $25 a month. Save an additional 50% off your first month when you dial pound 250 and say the words micro. That's pound 250, micro.
It is day 10 of the government shutdown, and hundreds of thousands of federal employees can't go back to work till at least Tuesday, when the Senate will return and maybe vote again as the fight over funding continues.
House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries once again is calling on Republicans to negotiate a deal to end the shutdown.
Things are not going to change until Republicans actually decide to get serious about a bipartisan negotiation.
This as the Senate once again fails to pass a stopgap measure to reopen the government, with Democrats saying they want a permanent extension of the Affordable Care Act premium tax credits. House Speaker Mike Johnson and Republicans say that conversation can happen when the government reopens.
The consequences of this Democrat shutdown are very real.
The tax credits are set to expire at the end of the year. On Capitol Hill, Ryan Schmelz, Fox News.
On Wall Street, stock futures are rising the day after the Dow dropped more than 200 points and the NASDAQ fell from its record high. The Phillies are out in baseball's playoffs.
Hess breaks his bat. Kirkering got to find it. Throws to the plate. Oh, my goodness. He throws it away. And the Dodgers have won.
That error in the bottom of the 11th inning ended the game and the season for Philadelphia. The Los Angeles Dodgers won 2-1 on TBS to advance to the National League Championship Series. The defending World Series champs will play either the Cubs or Brewers. Chicago forced the final game of that series tomorrow with a 6-0 shutout. In the NFL,
the Giants dominated the Eagles 34-17 on Thursday Night Football, as Philadelphia is now on its first losing streak since 2023. Rookie Jackson Dart finished the night with 195 yards passing and a touchdown, while adding a score on the ground.
Dart, he can run. Can he ever? He can run all the way to the end zone. Touchdown.
That was courtesy of Amazon Prime Video. For the Eagles, quarterback Jalen Hurts threw a back-breaking fourth-quarter interception, and Philadelphia dropped to 4-2 with their second straight loss.
That's Joe Morgan. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. After nearly a month on the lam, the suspect in an Urbana shooting in custody. It happened September 9th in the 1500 block of East Washington Street. Police say several individuals involved. One who came back with a gun fired shots into a car. 39-year-old Demetrius Vaughn charged with attempted first-degree murder. State officials headed to court today to block the deployment of hundreds of National Guard troops in Illinois. Lawyers for the state and Chicago will appear before a federal judge to argue the deployment is illegal. Illinois' lawsuit comes on the heels of suits from Portland and the state of Oregon to block the same deployment of National Guard troops. After a tense back-and-forth meeting, the Champaign County Village choosing to get rid of its police department. Monday, Thomasboro's Board of Trustees voted to approve a contract with the Champaign County Sheriff's Office, forcing the village's police department to dissolve. You're locally up-to-date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hap with a drive, right field, way back there, gone!
How about that?
Yes.
Hear it again.
Hap with a drive, right field, way back there, gone!
Yeah, so yeah, that was last night. Ian Happ leads off in the first inning. Oh, boy.
Yeah, that was late night last night.
Yeah, it was. It didn't start till after 8. They're going to start tomorrow night
it
in
didn't
Milwaukee.
finish till after 11, like 11:15, 11:20 last night.
It's a school night. What is the network doing?
Tell me about it.
Yeah. So anyway, it was very exciting. The Cubs
and Michael Tucker hit one finally for a change.
Michael Tucker, Jason Tucker.
Kyle
Tucker.
That's
okay.
Yeah, and Michael Bush.
Well, you know,
36th of the year taking out the regular
Michael
season.
Bush, 36. That's amazing. Anyway, now they go to Milwaukee. They could overwhelm those Brewers, but they'll be there in Milwaukee in attendance, and the Milwaukee Brewers. Almost said Bucks. The Milwaukee Brewers are definitely a great team this year, and it won't be easy. But one time, man, one game.
We were up there for game 1. We actually figured, you know what, you live once. We went up there last Saturday for game 1. That's when Freddie Peralta just shut them down, and it was already like 6-1 shellacking in the set by the second and third inning up there. But nice ribbing, nice ballpark.
Yeah,
I like it, and that place can get pretty ruckus in there when the Brewers are doing their thing. So
I think I'm going to call Mike Wallner. I can't believe he's awake. He was at the game last night.
Nice,
and he's up. Mike, I'm calling you cold call. Stand by.
Sounds good.
Stand by. I'm calling him because I thought for sure you're going to sleep in a little this morning.
We've got a few guests. In fact, Began Quattrone. I hope he's up because he's got that GMC coming to the big noon kickoff with Fox tomorrow.
Giving away a car. It's a GMC. It's a 2-year lease, and you're going to have to throw footballs into a barrel. So that's kind of the deal tomorrow. We'll get Sarah Champagne's Ben Quattrone, managing partner, up in a few minutes.
This is a jam-packed show.
Oh, baby.
It is.
And we're all kind of keyed up for what if. Can we beat Ohio State?
I can hear you.
Okay, here we go. Weather brought to you this morning by Carl.
Reminding you, always looking out for healthcare in our region. And if you'd like to be a member of the team with opportunities for growth, all you need to do is visit carl.org/careers.
All right, sir, you've set up a beautiful weekend with your meteorological maps. Mr. Greg Soyer, the learned one, what do you see?
Well, we see actually just that for the day tomorrow. We'll get right to that with just a sunny to partly cloudy sky. Probably a bit of a northeast-east wind may briefly in the second half come around southeast. Not anything worse than maybe about 6 to 12 miles per. So the kicking game should not be impacted. And typical October weather to kick things off, probably somewhere in the mid-60s and up into the lower 70s, a little above average tomorrow afternoon. And apart from that, we've kind of shaved temperatures off a little bit. Big hole in the atmosphere and storminess expected for the west. Rain into Southern California, flash flood potential. Snow in the mountains, already winter storm watches for Montana and Idaho. And we'll get a subtropical low to wind its way through the eastern Carolinas, the Outer Banks, a lot of wind and surf there up into the northeast New England. So that builds high pressure here. But little systems over the top of the ridge, if you will, as we call the weather business. And we're seeing just one of those this morning with a few rain showers out of the western end of the state and southern Wisconsin. But it's a stable atmosphere, so those are going to wind down to just a few sprinkles as the morning wears on into the early afternoon. 40 now at Willard and Savoy, 41 in Champaign, some mid to upper 30s, a little frost at the Wabash and eastward, heading towards 72 today. Sunday with the aforementioned sprinkles. No big deal. Increasing clouds throughout the day. Down tonight to evening sprinkle to about 51. Partly cloudy tomorrow. Again, 73 later in the ball game with a easterly wind. Clear cooler, 43 tomorrow night with sunshine and 75 Sunday. We're in the 75 to 80 degree range for Monday through Friday next week. Overnight readings near 50. Little or no rain in the forecast as well. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
Thank you, my friend. Let's see if I used to be able to do this really well.
Yeah.
Good luck. I'd hate to wake somebody up that isn't up.
October 10th here, and we're coming out of a Cubs win.
If you dial the wrong number, I once called a university professor accidentally.
On the air.
Yeah. She said, well, I have some nerve calling. It's the middle of the night. 7:15. Actually, I was trying to get her on the air, and I woke her up. Here we go. This is Mike Wallner.
Hello.
You're up, ladies and gentlemen. He's live. Mike Wallner, Orange and Blue, U of I Golf Course. What? I thought you'd sleep in if you got home at 3 in the morning.
2:30, actually.
Brother Johnny's on the mic.
Hey,
So's Diane. So's Stevie J.
Yeah.
What about those
Johnny,
Cubs?
Diane.
Hey, okay.
Great game.
You are. So here you are. You're in the stands. It is 42,000. Absolutely jam-packed. Let's listen to this. This is Ian Happ.
Happ with a drive, right field, way back there, gone!
3-0 first inning. You could hear the crowd, man. Was it? And you've been to key games with the Cubs before. Is this the most incredible?
It was pretty fun to watch. I mean, it was, and really Happ hadn't done a whole lot this whole series, and just to come out right off the bat off Peralta, their best pitcher,
man,
and he just drilled it to right.
Is it better to not have a? I mean, you knew the Cubs were going to win 6-0 final, but I mean they were in control the whole time. So is that better than a 3-2 bottom of the ninth kind of thing?
Well, for my heart, it's really good.
That's right.
Those Cubs have had a past of maybe blowing a lead late on, especially later on this year. They get a lead and maybe can't hold it like they had in the past, but really there's nothing like a game in Wrigley, especially when the Cubs win. The atmosphere, the song, everybody that was there. They had, Andre Dawson was there, Lee Smith was there, actually Jason Hayward was there. They had, a lot of the former Cubs there, and it's Fergie. Fergie's always around, so great atmosphere.
Hey, I sat by Andre Dawson at a banquet that I was emceeing, and Andre was the speaker, and he said five words to me in 2.5 hours. I said they just signed Rob Dibble in Cincinnati. What did he get? 4 words. $1 million a year. It was $1 million a year, and back then that was a lot of money.
Yeah.
But those were only 4.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, Hawk was there. Anyway, exciting night. So, can the Cubs overwhelm Milwaukee in Milwaukee?
Well, I think they can. I mean, it's just a matter of I like the fact that they burned Peralta last night.
No kidding. Man.
And they won't be able to use him again.
Yeah.
Who's the Cubs got?
Who the Cubs pitching?
They don't know yet.
Uh-oh.
I mean, Shota is probably his turn to pitch, but he hasn't had a whole lot of success the last few times out.
Yeah.
He gave up a bunch of runs in Milwaukee, and I don't know what Milwaukee's.
What's Fergie Jenkins got left?
I don't know. He's about 80, but I don't know if I'd want to pitch. I don't know if I'd want to hit again.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Well, listen.
Yeah.
I mean, kudos, man. Kudos.
Yeah.
Way to go. Way to get up and take on life on a Friday after a 2:30 arrival home from Wrigley Field, Chicago.
Baseball season.
Now we got to get ready for the Buckeyes tomorrow.
Well, after the game, you can run up to Milwaukee.
Milwaukee, go see him.
Field.
And be celebrating our national championship victory.
You could take the Stevie J Broadcasting helicopter and fly on up there. So.
There we go. I'll have that parked out here on the putting green at Savoy about 2:30, and we'll get up there.
Get up there and go.
Hey, Mike, this is Brother Johnny. Don't go anywhere near that chopper.
No.
Especially with me.
Okay, yeah.
Right now the plan is for me to fly it, so you better wait. Anyway, Mike Wallner, can Illinois compete with Ohio State tomorrow?
Well, I hope so. I mean, it's one of the biggest games we've had here in Champaign for
long time.
Many. I mean, last year's Michigan game was pretty special. But
oh man, I was there.
This is a game,
and I was at the Ohio State game. We beat them when we went 9-0 in the Big Ten.
83. So the last time you saw Illinois, Ohio State, and Champaign, we won. Johnny.
Michigan, yeah.
Ohio State.
Ohio State. That was after we hadn't beaten Mike in 17 years.
Yeah.
That was fun day for me.
Well, we've got I think we have all the tools to hang with them, but just see how it goes.
Yep.
I mean, we're gonna have to move the ball against that defense, and defense pretty good.
They're 6-0. They've outscored the opponents 187-25. But anyway,
all right,
whatever. Yeah, but who have they played? I mean, come on.
Right, exactly. At Washington, whatever. They only won 22 in a row. Whatever. Anyway, St. Teresa outscored every high school team back in 1973, and it was like 400-6, and Johnny caught 6 balls against him. So whatever.
Hey.
Yeah, that was great, Mike. Yeah, what an upset. We scored on them and lost 55-6.
Yeah.
No, go Illini, go Cubs. Mike Wallner. Thank you, partner.
All right, buddy. Thanks.
Yeah. Okay. A lot going on. So I'm gonna
see. Chicago will also have to decide about Shota.
Shota Imanaga. Yeah, I don't know. He hasn't pitched so well lately, so we'll see what they decide. Okay, so the Phillies lost to the Dodgers in the worst way. It was. I can't stand if you see a golfer have a 1.5 foot putt and lose a golf tournament because of that. I don't like that. I like when a guy makes a big putt. I like when a guy gets a big hit. But it was an error at the bottom of the 11th, and a bouncing ball to the pitcher. He kind of fumbles it. Runner's going home. He's really close to home plate, but the catcher's pointing the first. There's plenty of time to throw the guy out. It's 2 outs.
Oh, no.
And he threw it. It wasn't even close to being caught. It was just a wild throw.
Oh, man.
And it's a brutal way. And the guy just put his hands on his knees. You just can't. And the Dodgers are running out in the field. I mean, it's just nuts.
That was the game winner?
Yeah.
I
don't like that. I don't like how that happens in sports sometimes. It's just you want somebody to win it, not to lose it. And it was a really, really bad throw. And he again throw the first, he's out.
The other problem there is if you're the Philly fans especially, they're not going to get over that.
No, and then last night the Eagles look awful.
Yeah, New York Giants beat the Eagles 34-17.
I had 15 points on Philadelphia.
Unbelievable.
Did you pick the Giants or Philadelphia last night in Thursday Night Football? You didn't pick your picks. Johnny forgot.
Okay. I probably would have picked the Philly.
Yeah, right. Everybody did in our pool.
So now they're 4-2 on the season, and the Giants are 2-4.
Man, oh man,
that's where I can't stand Thursday Night Football.
You can't remember it.
I'm thinking about Illinois, Ohio State. Now, come on,
man. Okay, we're gonna call Ben Quattrone, one of the owners of Sarah Champagne.
Yeah, find out about all the festivities tomorrow.
GMC on Fox Noon, the big show. He's doing that for Fox National. Weather this morning brought to you by the Urbana Park District.
Celebrating Active Aging Week. You still got a few days to tap into all the programming that they have for you to explore. And the Halloween Water Carnival is October 18th. UrbanaParks.org.
Check your Fox Business. Silver's at $50. Gold's at $400.
Okay.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for East Central Illinois, Champaign, Urbana, and vicinity. By and large, little change to the weather maps and charts with weather dictated across our part of the world and Corn Belt by high pressure up aloft, and from time to time, a couple of weather systems over the top will kind of cringe that high back down and keep temperatures still mild, but not quite as warm as we had maybe a week to 10 days ago, but nothing to complain about. One of those said weather systems bringing a couple of sprinkles to the northern and western end of the state. They'll arrive here into the later morning and more so for the afternoon. No big deal. Increasing clouds 72, light southeast to south wind down to 51 for tonight. Couple of evening sprinkles for the day tomorrow. Partly cloudy. Winds around into the east and southeast midday and afternoon. High about 73. Mostly clear, cooler tomorrow night. Low down to 43. Sunshine and 75 on Sunday. Up to 77 Monday. Up near 80 Tuesday. A warm day that highs in the 70s with no rain in the forecast. Continuing on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of next week with overnight readings down near 50. For CVJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
Take charge of the years ahead with a smart, sound investment strategy and business succession plan. Busey Bank's business and wealth management experts help you envision your best future with powerful insights and proven strategies. Building business and growing wealth since 1868. Busey Bank, proud to be the official bank of the Fighting Illini. Member FDIC.
I'm Charles Payne, and this is the Fox Business Report.
A closely watched report is coming out in a few hours. The University of Michigan's preliminary consumer sentiment index for October is attracting even more attention than usual since fewer government reports are available during the shutdown. Economists expect the gauge to have declined, with Deutsche Bank analysts noting there's typically a meaningful drop around government closures. Starbucks is laying off nearly 1,000 workers in the Seattle area starting December 5th, according to the Washington State Employment Security Department. This comes less than a week after Starbucks publicly disclosed it'd be laying off 338 workers in various locations across Washington state. While these layoffs were labeled as a closure, the recent separations were unspecified. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Lillian Wu, invested in you.
I'm Benjamin Hall, Fox News senior correspondent and New York Times best-selling author, and I'm searching for heroes. Every Monday, I'll speak with a few silent but noteworthy heroes, everyday people who illuminate stories of compassion and are true embodiments of heroism. Make sure you subscribe to my podcast, Searching for Heroes with Benjamin Hall, wherever you download podcasts, and please leave a rating and a review.
Always a pleasure to talk about Donnie up at Long Branch Steakhouse here in beautiful downtown Gifford. Well, you know what, friends? It's never too early to make your Christmas party reservations at the Long Branch Steakhouse in Gifford. They are taking party reservations for December. Dates are filling up quickly. Don't be left out this year. If you want a fabulous night at the Long Branch for your office party, get it done now. Connect with the Long Branch Steakhouse and book your Christmas party. Long Branch Steakhouse, beautiful downtown Gifford. Yeah, as many seats as they hold, Ben Quattrone. You'd need 3 nights with all your staff at Sarah Champagne, maybe 6 nights. Anyway, Ben Quattrone, managing partner, Sarah Champagne, home of the Honda, BMW, GMC, Buick, Subaru. Johnny is in town. You love your Subaru, Johnny, don't you?
The Subaru Ascent. Yeah. I want a survey. I want to give you, what is it, 10? I'll give you a 10 and 10 and a half, 11.
11. Go 11 on that.
Recommendations, man. That's what we like to do.
It's got great handling, great tech, great power, and good service. And
unbelievable.
Plus, you get to talk to Ben sometimes.
Big time.
That's the main thing.
He's the dream maker, baby. Okay, so what the Fox Noon Show coming in, all the big stars, build the big set again right there to the west of Memorial Stadium, and you were approached to perhaps give away a vehicle. Tell me about what happened, Mr. Quattrone.
Well, we just got talking about how it could be more exciting, especially for the local community here, and I'd like to get attention to my stores in Savoy, and thought, well, we can buy. There's a lot of press we can buy, but you can't always get goodwill out of it too. So we thought, well, let's just give away a prepaid 2-year lease to a nice GMC SUV, brand new, elevation, terrain. And wouldn't that sort of, be like icing on the cake? So, I think it's got to be exciting for the crowd that's there. And I think anything we could do to promote the weekend, it just helps the area, helps the university. And so I'm like, yeah, I want to play. I'm in.
All right. So do you have any idea how it's going to work? They're going to record a segment where somebody's going to throw footballs in a barrel. Is that how it?
No, I don't. I'm not sure what they're going to do. There's several different ideas, you know what I mean? Everybody's always talking about the field goal thing, but I think it's going to be, it's going to be in Grange Grove, so it'll be something that I think anyone can do, and we'll find out closer to the event. I think between 8:30 and 10:30 is when they're going to have the the selections and the competitions, and it ought to just be a lot of fun. Grange Grove was fun anyway, but I was over there yesterday, staging the car, and those guys at Fox, they're a well-oiled machine. They were they were smoking, loading all that stuff up, and got their just erector sets, and suddenly the whole thing looks like a it looks like a movie set.
That's so cool. Is it going to be elevated? Is it on the grass? Where is the vehicle?
The vehicle. The vehicle's kind of right, sort of next to the stage.
Wow.
Right now,
Excellent.
but again, when we were in there yesterday afternoon, because I thought, well, we'll bring it in Friday afternoon or early Saturday morning, and they said, where are you going to be? You won't be able to get in there.
Oh yeah.
So the last couple weeks ago, even the tailgaters got in line at 2:00 in the morning to get into lot 31.
Wow. And Brett Bielema even said, "Man, I understand the students got in at 2 a.m., but I need you to the end of the game, so could you come at 7?" Yeah. So that's so funny.
Right. Yeah, right.
So, Ben, you got kind of Hollywood looks. I think they should feature you by that vehicle and have you on the TV is what I think. So.
I think we all know that I could probably run the whole show.
There you go.
I mean,
that's great.
We're kind of a big deal over here.
Yeah, all right, Dave. You listen. You guys have done an amazing job since you came here in the market a little over a decade ago, and now you have 5 lines of incredible vehicles. The service is off the daggone charts. To everybody I see you work with, it really is impressive. It's a great system. But now you're just going to say, you know what? Good luck with that football and whatever you have to do with it. You could win that GMC for 2. How do you pick your people? I'm over here.
Yeah, right. Well, it's I'm glad somebody's going to win it. So it's not a some sort of one of those things where it's insured or you know what I mean, something like that.
Right.
So so whatever you guys do, I want to make sure you give. I want to make sure we give the prize away.
So cool. Yeah, so cool.
And I've also got a couple of 50-yard line tickets burning a hole in my pocket.
Oh, what?
For
Kidding
the
me?
biggest game of the year.
What?
You guys can just give away a couple tickets. They're on the 50. I think it's row I don't know, 15.
Oh, right over their
16
helmets
or something like that.
Dang,
that's perfect.
Great seats.
So you wanted me to reach out to my incredible listener and say text in.
Yeah.
Wow. Here's the guy giving away a car, and he thought of us for $50 line.
Nice.
Ben Quattrone, American hero, patriot. All right, what you do then? I didn't know this was happening.
Text in Sarah and spell it correctly.
You have to text in Sarah, but spell it correctly.
Okay.
If you spell it wrong,
you're out.
Sorry. Listen, Ben, have fun with this. We'll look for you on the TV tomorrow morning with Fox and the Big Noon Show. Sarah Champagne featured with a giveaway. Good going. You're just a fun, creative guy. Good going, man.
You should see the text coming in.
Anybody listening?
Here we go.
Anybody listening out there? Oh boy. I think you just broke my machine.
359-2255.
Hey, we'll be in touch with the winner, man.
All right.
Thanks, Ben.
All right, Ben. Good talking to you.
Go Illini.
Where'd that come from? Okay, so all I tell you is, anybody in?
Yeah, for sure.
I was going to say we could really use him here in our studio, but no, we're going to play this by the book.
That's right.
217-359-2255 if you would like a chance at 50-yard line seats on the west side. Wow.
That's stunning.
I mean, this is a
sold-out game.
A Buckeye. Now, you had promised not to sell them because you give them to a Buckeye for $1,000 each at that level.
I've seen a lot of different going to charities on social media in my feed.
Yeah.
People are saying, I'll let these go for $400.
This is where you could, but you're going to sell them to somebody in red. And
you
need
to experience.
I want you to. Yeah, you'll love the experience. Mm-hmm. You'll never want to sit anywhere else.
That's right.
So maybe
that's a good
50-yard line seats for the hottest game we've had here in a long time.
And thank you to Parlor Donuts in the Old Farm Shops. Those layered donuts are so delicious. And Jet's Pizza with 2 locations in Champaign. They've been giving us an opportunity to give away tickets. We've taken care of that. Curtis and Trevor and Paul winners yesterday. Janelle won at Pia's. She was so excited. Her brother's coming into town from Oregon and going to experience the Fighting Illini in action. All our winners are just thrilled to walk away with tickets. And now we've got these 50-yard line from Sarah, 359-2255.
Text in Sarah, spelled properly. So far, everybody has spelled it properly.
And how do you pick out of this group who gets
Diane's the head of captain of the ticket giveaway.
We have a random,
she picks them. I have no idea.
Rotate random selection
so we will
software these days.
Tell you if you win. Mm-hmm. So 50-yard line seats for tomorrow's game from Sarah Champagne are available to you by texting in 217-359-2255. Spread the word. Tell your friends that they got to text in Sarah spelled properly for your shot at these incredible... Okay,
we'll let you know just after the show wraps up at 9 o'clock. Hear the show anytime, StevieJay.com.
All right. We had fun at Pia's last night.
Oh, it was so great with Teresa Grant.
Teresa Grant's Hall of Famer.
Kidding.
There's no other Hall of Fame she can get in.
Yeah.
She's been in the Naismith.
She's in all of them.
She was the Women's Player of the Year when Bill Walton was the guys. I mean, that's how she was big time. All right, we'll talk more about that coming up.
Okay.
7:30 in Champaign-Urbana.
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. The ceasefire in Gaza now in place. Displaced Palestinians in central Gaza walking north in the territory. A 72-hour window is now open for the next step, releasing the remaining 48 hostages. 20 are believed to be alive, including Amir Moran, his brother-in-law, Moshe Levi, earlier on Fox and Friends.
We're so hopeful that this is going to be carried out, but we're trying to be grounded in reality as much as possible because we've been disappointed time and again before.
The president set to travel to the region in the next few days. The president did not win this award today.
The Nobel Peace Prize for 2025 to Maria Corina Machado.
She's the opposition leader in Venezuela. White House comms director Stephen Chung posting on X earlier, the Nobel Committee proved they place politics over peace. America's listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. An Urbana man accused of shooting a woman, sending her to the hospital, appearing in court this week. 21-year-old Noah Allen accused of shooting his 21-year-old girlfriend. It happened before 2 o'clock Tuesday across the street from Urbana Middle School. Allen facing 3 charges, one of those first-degree murder. State officials headed to court to block the deployment of hundreds of National Guard troops in Illinois. Lawyers for the state and Chicago appearing before a federal judge to argue the deployment is illegal. Illinois' lawsuit comes on the heels of suits from Portland and the state of Oregon to block the same deployment of National Guard troops. Construction at Clark Lindsay in Urbana close to being completed. It means that residents are scheduled to move into the new living spaces later this month. The north building is a new 3-story building with 45 modern designed independent living apartments. Now the expansion also includes 38 assisted living apartments and 26 memory care assisted living apartments. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Hi, this is Steve from Good Vibes.
And I'm Canelo Luga, linebacker and special teamer.
Hey, KO, is it a good thing to be ranked, or would you rather be the underdog?
Oh, it's better to be ranked. You can't just look past the next opponent, though. Coach sees to it that nobody gets overconfident. On the other hand, it's a big deal taking down any ranked team.
I get it. When somebody comes into our store, we're sure we can take care of them, but we don't assume the deal just because Good Vibes has ranked #1 in the People's Choice Contest again.
Speaking of ranked, what's up with Sony? Bravia 5, 7, 8, or 9?
In Sony's lineup, 3 is backlit, 5 is mini LED, 7 is brighter mini LED, 9 is the best mini LED, Bravia 8 is OLED with better viewing angle and black level, and the 8 Mark II is the hybrid panel that won the King of TV award again.
That's a lot to keep track of. And that's just Sony.
Good thing I don't have to keep track of run versus pass, shedding blockers, and tackling without getting flagged. I think I'll stay in my lane.
Good plan.
Since 1929, Christie Clinic has strived to provide high-quality care with a personal touch. To continue our mission of We Listen, We Care, we are seeking engaged team members who are focused on improving patient lives, adding value, and increasing capacity to better serve our growing community. Christie Clinic offers competitive pay, great benefits, and advancement opportunities. Come join our team. Visit ChristieClinic.com to view open positions and apply.
Incredible weather. We've got meteorologist Greg Solier gives us our weather, brought to you by Kramer Siding and Window.
Your premier provider for home improvements. In fact, they've been around since 1955. Improve the look, feel, and function of your home with new roofing or siding or other improvements. Visit KramerSiding.com.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for Central Illinois, Champaign-Urbana vicinity. A little change overall to the weather maps and charts with mild to warm high pressure for the time of year overhead. From time to time, we'll kind of push that high out of the picture and get a weather system or two to ride through the northern and eastern Corn Belt with some passing clouds and actually a couple of showers breaking out to the north and west of us. They'll arrive here, though, as the morning wears on in sprinkle fashion with this dry, stable atmosphere. They'll extend in through early this evening. Increasing clouds for the day today at 72, down to 51 for tonight. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, mid to upper 60s around kickoff time, low to mid 70s in the afternoon for the ball game on east to southeasterly winds. Then again, a partly cloudy sky. Clear, cooler tomorrow night, low down to 43, sunshine and 75, a mild Sunday. And that's the story for next week with highs up to 77 on Monday, near 80 Tuesday. We'll drop back into the low to mid 70s Wednesday and Thursday, back to the mid 70s on Friday. Overnight readings will be down to the upper 40s and lower 50s. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm your host, Greg Solgay.
Here's another home improvement insight from Kramer Siding and Window, a proud member of Prairie Home Alliance. A new front door can instantly upgrade the look of your home and make it more energy efficient. The Kramer Siding and Window team can also install French doors to your deck or patio, welcoming the outside in, or storm doors for an extra layer of protection against the elements. The estimate is free, financing is available, and the business is local. Schedule your beautiful new door today and save 25%. Call us, click on kramersiding.com, or visit the showroom in Champaign.
Yeah, we are located our studios in downtown beautiful Philo. That's Diane Ducey.
Good morning.
I'm Stevie J. My brother Johnny is in town from New Orleans, and I took offense to Gary Franks at coffee at the tavern this morning when he said he didn't think Johnny would have gotten any NIL money when he lettered for the football team.
What?
Yeah.
No, I said I didn't get a penny set, and you didn't deserve.
Yeah, I took offense.
Well, no, that's okay.
I mean, you're kind of the
we
Rudy.
can take it.
You were the scout team player of the year, sir, 1976.
Yes,
Ladies and gentlemen, we have 50-yard line seats if you want them from Sarah Champagne and Ben Quattrone. 217-359-2255. Text in Sarah spelled properly. Good luck to you. Senior Associate Director of Athletics is Patrick Seiko. Who are you, Patrick? I've been around a minute. I don't think we've had the pleasure. Tell me who you are.
Yeah, good morning. Great to be with you all. I oversee our game day experiences and all of our fan engagement opportunities. So with that, certainly a few things going on heading to the big game tomorrow at East Memorial Stadium.
Patrick, how long have you been in that role?
Yeah, so I've been in this role just a shorter time since this summer and joined the athletics department a little over a year ago.
Wow, from where?
I most recently was at UNLV.
No kidding, Las Vegas. And you left the glitz.
Out in Vegas.
Yeah, you left the fountains and all the stuff for Champagne. Well,
we had Tarkanian on.
Jerry Tarkanian.
Tarkanian on back in the day.
Right.
Yeah, I once wrote a joke book. I was so frustrated with the 1990 investigation against Lou Henson, and I wrote kind of a mean joke book, and it sold 8,000 copies in 3 weeks. But anyway, and I got a call on my answering machine. Steve, it's Jerry Tarkanian. Can you call me back? And I called him back and said, they're just like you say. They're the Gestapo. It was
incredible.
Anyway, good to have Patrick Seiko on. All right, wow. I mean, your weekends are busy, and you know what? That maybe you haven't experienced is that we have not had the success like we're having this minute with a lot of sports, including football. So this adds to the excitement, but it also adds to your schedule. Tell me about this weekend, Patrick.
Yeah. Well, wow, great. Where to start? And like you said, what a time for the Illini. So many great things going on. Why don't I start by highlighting just a few notes on the Hall of Fame weekend?
Yes.
Tonight, there is it's open to the public, free event, 7 p.m. at State Farm Center for the Hall of Fame induction. And then Saturday, during the game, the inductees will be announced and recognized on the field at halftime. So that should be a fun moment to add to all the great stuff going on tomorrow at the stadium.
Awesome.
So, and there's 11 inductees. Are 9 present? Is that accurate?
I believe that's accurate.
Yeah.
So pretty neat to have that many there in attendance with us.
And is this one of those, we have no idea because I've not actually been to a Hall of Fame ceremony, so it's not going to be like crazy thousands and thousands, but there'll be a good attendance, but the traffic's not going to be crazy at 7 tonight, is it?
Right. Won't be crazy tonight.
Okay.
Free event and seating available within State Farm Center.
All right, and you can park in the State Farm lots? It's okay?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, parking
Awesome.
available around the
That'd be
airport.
really fun to be there
Yeah.
and cheer and clap, and you'll sit where you want to sit, I
Yeah,
guess.
just yesterday afternoon, we had Kwan Garris on, and Teresa Grentz visited with Stevie J. It's been great spotlighting a lot of these terrific
this is
athletes.
a cool event. It's free. Why not? Get your orange on and get out there.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be fun tonight, 7:00.
And then again tomorrow at halftime. So if you're heading to the football game, all those inductees will be recognized as well. So that'll be a neat moment.
Yep, it will be. Okay, what else?
Tomorrow, kickoff. Let's start with kickoff and maybe then work backwards, start in the morning. But 11 a.m. kickoff against the top-ranked Buckeyes coming to town. We've never had, leading up to this year, two of the major national pregame shows, College Game Day or Fox's Big Noon Kickoff. And here as you said, a lot of good things going on with the Illini. Here we go. They've been here back-to-back weeks. So pretty incredible opportunity for our fans and a neat moment for our program. So the gates to Grange Grove will open at 6:30 a.m. Okay. And 8 a.m. will be the Barstool College Football Show kickoff. So at 8 a.m., the festivities in there from a pregame show standpoint will start. So from 8 a.m. to 9 will be the Barstool College Football Show. And then at 9 a.m., Big Noon Kickoff will be live from Grange Grove.
Right.
Fun.
Now, ahead of the 8 a.m. Big Noon Kickoff with the DJ and the party and all that in Grange Grove, you've got Josh Whitman doing his Run Club at 7 a.m.
That's right. You can join Josh for the Game Day Run Club.
I
I won't be able to, but
used to be a few people. This has turned into kind of a posse, hasn't it?
Yes. So follow Josh on Twitter for all the details and updates on the donuts provided after the run, of course.
Yeah.
And then the drumline performance I see is at 8:20, and the Illini Walk, that has turned it into a thing, and that's at 8:35. Explain how that works, Patrick.
Yeah, so we encourage fans to get there by at least 8:35. As you noted, it's really continued to grow. So when the team buses pull up to the stadium, they will let off just outside the west gates to Grange Grove, and Coach Bielema and the team will walk across the promenade there into D Stadium. So a very cool moment, lots of energy. So encourage fans to arrive by 8:35 to get yourself a spot to welcome the Illini.
Okay, awesome. Great.
All right, and we got the Marching Illini pregame performance at 10:30. So you probably are, with a sold-out crowd, encouraging people to go into East Memorial Stadium early, right?
Absolutely, and I appreciate you noting that. We track when people come to the stadium. Most of our folks are coming in at like 10:45, right? And then they're noting to us, "Hey, I'm having a hard time getting to our seats." And with so much going on, we encourage you and ask you to come in early. There is discounted concessions as part of our Illini Hour from 9:30 to 10:30. So when the gates open, discounted concessions, just a way for us to say thank you, while also encouraging folks to get into the stadium and check out all the great concession offerings inside Geese Memorial Stadium.
Well, it sounds unbelievable. What else? Is there anything else I've missed, Patrick?
One thing I want to highlight, we have a record number of giveaways during that Big Noon Kickoff in Grange Grove.
Wow.
There will be a tuition scholarship giveaway.
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned Sarah Buick, GMC. There's a Sarah Buick GMC car giveaway.
Yeah.
A number of local restaurants are providing, giving away food for a year.
Wow.
Fox will be giving away tickets, other food, hats, T-shirts. So encourage everyone, just like the stadium, get to Grange Grove early, wear orange. We're going to have a great time. I would note it's our third straight sellout. So as we noted, if folks can get there early, that's helpful. And we've got a few tickets left for those last three remaining home games. So just encourage fans to visit fightingillini.com for more information and to get theirs as those are moving fast. So
nice.
Patrick Seiko. Well, listen, you have a family?
Yeah, I do, yes. Wife and 3 young kids and enjoying champagne.
Oh, boy. Right, 3 young kids, so they can partake in all this. Probably a lot of fun for them. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yes, it's been fun.
What's the age range for your kids, Patrick?
6, 3, and 1.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, I coach soccer. Maybe you'll have a chance. No, I take that back. You're too busy right now.
Exactly.
Listen, Patrick Seiko, nice meeting you and fun. And keep up your great work and hope to chat again sometime.
That's right.
Thanks for having me on. Appreciate you all. Have a great day. Go Illini.
Go Illini. Patrick Seiko's his name. He's a senior athletic director. Came from UNLV just a year ago.
That's
The
a lot
event
to do.
planning guy.
Didn't Lon Kruger coach sometime out there?
Yeah. Lon's been a
That's
lot.
our old coach.
We had Kevin Kruger coaching with Brett Underwood now.
Okay.
We're going to see Lon around, and Lon and Kevin look a lot alike.
They do.
Wow.
I always liked Lon. He did a good
Great
job.
guy. I told you, I called Lon Kruger. He lived in Trails of Brittany, and he had a half-court basketball hoop.
Yep.
And I called and said, I'd like to buy your house. And for those of you who remember Lon Kruger, he, good, sounds good. And I said, I'd like to make an offer. I said, good. I said, I'd like to offer you $500 a month for 150 years. And he said, good, not comfortable with the terms. Good start. By the way, that's $900,000.
No.
And in the time, that would have been good, but I wouldn't have been allowed to pay
I always
it all,
liked
so.
him, Stevie. I remember watching practice fast break, and the guy just throws it in third row, and he goes, "Nice idea, good idea."
And I used to hang around at practices back in the day at that time, and Jared G was a player we had, and the unbelievable mad moment I saw Lon Kruger in practice. He walked up and said, "Jared, you didn't have a dadgum idea where you were throwing that ball. That's the maddest I ever saw him." He was calm. Now, in the game, he'd get those eyes going on, and he was intense, but he was so dignified and good.
He was a
great guy.
coach,
Treated me amazing.
And talking with Kawan Garish yesterday, I don't think we brought up, he went in the Lou Henson squad into the Lon Kruger squad.
He was with Lon maybe 1 year.
Right.
It was 96 when Lou retired, but Kawan was great, and he was he's 51. Kawan Garish.
I know. Came up from Atlanta to be part of the show
That's
at
so
PS
great.
yesterday.
Yeah.
Really fun time.
Good job, Diane Ducey coordinated our incredible events at PIA, getting all the guests with Teresa Grentz. A lot of fun. Let me play Brett Bielema talking about this week and him knowing that we had USC and Ohio State 2 years ago.
Unbelievable to have two back-to-back home games. When this schedule came out, almost probably about 2 years ago, my hope, goal, and dream was to put a team together that was able to match the people that are coming into our stadium, right? So to have two ranked opponents come into our stadium, last opportunity against USC, homecoming, to have a memory that was created there, and now to have the number one team in the country. Been since 1950, if I'm not mistaken. 75 years is a long time before somebody's come in ranked number one against a ranked Illinois team. So super pumped. I thought our guys have been really, really good. Should be a great weather day on Saturday. I encourage everybody to get up a little earlier, right? Get to the stadium a little earlier and be seated by 10:30 and make that environment as good as we can. Welcome a really good football team that I'm excited to play. So.
Oh, boy. And listen, Johnny, we have a good football team. Ohio State, to me, seems to be really, really, really good. So.
Hey, we took Ohio State to task with Juice Williams several years ago in Columbus, and nobody thought that there was any game there at all. And they were number one and shoe-in. It was all about who was going to play Ohio State in the national championship game.
Yeah.
Well, Illinois beat them. And actually, that gave LSU a championship. So I take some credit for that because they're always strutting around.
We went to the Rose Bowl.
That was Rose Bowl. Well, maybe you're right. Yeah, that's right. We did that.
We started
year.
Mendenhall.
They gave that to it. Yeah. The whole country on Saturday afternoon was watching that game. Every conference was still alive if we won that game.
Okay.
and we did. And so that's Ohio State number one, and we may just do that again Saturday. I cannot believe we played Ohio State and Michigan every year for years.
Yeah,
they were always in the top three,
yeah.
and they never were number one coming here. That's
I'll be
hard to
darned. I
believe.
didn't know that.
Since the 50s.
Yeah, unbelievable. Well, here's Evan Stone talking about, making our environment what we want it to be. Evan and Curtis are our new guys on the drive. They've done a great job. Curtis Allen and Evan Stone. Here's Evan talking about what this ought to be.
Make them feel this game. Make them think, man, we've never heard this stadium like this before. Wow, it used to be you just, you hop on a plane and skip and a jump over to Champaign and get your job done. Wow, it used to be you just, you hop on a plane and skip and a jump over to Champaign and get your job done and get your business out of there and then head on back to Columbus for whatever real game is coming up next. Make them understand that this is the real game. This is the toughest game on their schedule.
Let's go.
Right here in Champaign, Illinois, with Big Noon kickoff and Dave's stupid Portnoy's face out front. and Urban Meyer sitting at a desk and let them hear the voice of the Fighting Illini, and to realize that this is a football program that is no longer the teams of past. They're going to know that this is a place that gets loud, that knows how to cheer, when to cheer, and they're not going to want to come back here and play.
Oh, my goodness. That'd be good. It'd be great to...
No,
I
make
think
them feel it. I mean, it could cause them to, be off on a play.
No, we're gonna do well, Steve. Now, I don't think Ohio State's been here for ages.
2015.
Wow,
10
years.
Years.
Amazing.
It
too.
is amazing. Yeah. No,
Well,
but the thing is that one Saturday one day, one game, but they have a ridiculous amount of NFL players on that team.
And another point I'll make: we play Ohio State well.
We have
through the years,
way better than Michigan.
Yeah.
Better than Michigan.
Yeah,
there was a time I think it was in the 90s, we won 5 in a row. 88 to 93, I think we won 5 in a row against Ohio State, home and away. We've done a little better at Ohio State than we have in Champaign.
That's interesting.
I think,
well, not anymore.
Yeah,
it's a new era.
A new era. Well, again, you can have evidence of the new era if you go back to the USC game just a few weeks ago. Up 14 points with 10 to play. USC goes for 2 and gets our lead, 32-31. 100 out of 101 times Illinois loses that game in our history. We just lose it. We go down and win. Maybe it is a new era. Maybe we can pull off a team that's Ohio State is not allowed a touchdown in the first half this year. Okay.
Well, I'll tell you, I'm sure they have more depth than Illinois, but they can only get 11 guys out there at once, and we've got some great players. So, no, listen, we've seen sports through the years, and it's always good, I think, to be the underdog. And we're going to be ready for it.
Yeah. We know what we got. And
they have no idea what they're dealing with.
Yeah. Well,
we got a text in yesterday from David Duyon. I was going to bring up, he's a Louisiana guy with that kind of last name. You know that. And actually, his dad's coming up, 83 years old, big LSU fan and big Saints fan and all that. They're sitting on the 45-yard line for this game. And his kind of philosophy was, hey, we took care of Michigan last year, and Michigan has taken care of Ohio State the last couple of seasons. So essentially, we got this.
That was talking about Patrick and his game day events. Last year's Michigan game, they had set up a deal where all the players back through the 60s.
Yeah. The decades.
I mean, it was the 100.
You were on the field.
I was there with
the 70s,
Dan Beaver and Jeff Goldberg and a few other great 70s players.
Go Illini. That's awesome.
If you're just tuning in, that's Diane Ducey. Brother Johnny's here. I'm Stevie J, and we have 2 50-yard line seats that we're giving away courtesy of Ben Quattrone from Sarah Champagne, who's part of the Fox Noon show tomorrow, and somebody's going to get 2-year lease on a beautiful GMC SUV.
Yeah.
So if you want to get in on 2 50-yard line, 15 rows up, primo West Side 50-yard line seats, you just have to text in Sarah and spell it properly, as in Sarah Champagne. Heck of a car dealership with 5 different makes and models. 217-359-2255. That's the text number. That's a Fisher National Bank text line.
And that is the west side where Makovich put the home crowd because we couldn't see due to the sun from the east side. That's a great seat.
Yes,
it is good.
Right above the helmet.
Unbelievable. All right, we're going to check your weather. Meteorologist Greg Solier has told us this is
a stellar weekend ahead.
Can't beat it. Here's Greg.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather. Free Central Illinois, Champaign-Urbana vicinity. A little change overall to the weather maps and charts with mild to warm high pressure for the time of year overhead. From time to time, we'll kind of push that high out of the picture and get a weather system or two to ride through the northern and eastern Corn Belt with some passing clouds and actually a couple of showers breaking out to the north and west of us. They'll arrive here, though, as the morning wears on in sprinkle fashion with this dry, stable atmosphere. They'll extend in through early this evening. Increasing clouds for the day today at 72, down to 51 for tonight. Tomorrow, partly partly cloudy, mid to upper 60s around kickoff time, low and mid 70s in the afternoon for the ball game on east to southeasterly winds, and again a partly cloudy sky. Clear cooler tomorrow night, low down to 43, sunshine at 75, a mild Sunday, and that's the story for next week with highs up to 77 on Monday, near 80 Tuesday. We'll drop back into the low to mid 70s Wednesday and Thursday, back to the mid 70s on Friday. Overnight readings will be down to the upper 40s and lower 50s. For Steve J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
And what about Dixie Chopper? What do you got? Dedicated diesel.
The best prices you'll ever get on a Dixie Chopper. I'm looking at right now the list of a classic. The regular retails for $18,200. We're going to sell it for $12,500.
What?
Yep.
You're doing commercial. This is a no-brainer.
Yeah, we're gonna sell some of these things and move them out. A $7,500 Z2. We're going to get rid of for $5,000.
Man.
$20,000 Eagle, 72-inch cut. It's there for $13,500.
Wow. It's the fastest lawnmowers in the world, called Dixie Chopper. Go to Dedicated Diesel. How would I reach Andy for that?
They can call Andy at 217-328-0562. Visit him at 1313 Triumph Drive in Urbana, or check him out on Dedicated Equipment on Facebook.
At Pards in Urbana, the boots just keep on coming. They're known for their huge collection of men's cowboy boots, women's cowgirl boots, kids' boots, and even shoes. If you're searching for top footwear brands, look no further than Pards. They carry a wide variety, including Ariat, Dan Post, Smoky Mountain, Roper, Double H, and more. And if socks or accessories are what you need, they've got all your high-quality essentials. Since 1968, Pards has been serving their customers with high-quality merchandise. And if you haven't been to Pards in a while, a lot has changed. Go check them out just off University Avenue in Urbana.
Check out the Urbana Market at the Square, 7 a.m. till noon, rain or shine at Illinois and Vine through October 30th. Get tasty sweet corn, melons, peaches, produce, and squash. There's so many local farmers with vegetables fresh from their gardens. Unique soap vendors with lovely scents, plus flowers and honey. Enjoy Food Truck Row as you fuel up for a great Saturday morning in downtown Urbana. Saturdays from 7 a.m. to noon, rain or shine. For more details, visit urbanamarket.org.
Drive in, drive out. Recycling's what Max is all about. You can make some cash and do your share. We make it really simple because we care. It doesn't matter large or small. Our friendly staff will handle it all. Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
When looking for a bank, you deserve the best. Philo Exchange Bank is a best of Bauer bank rated 5 stars in financial strength and stability for over 28 consecutive years. Banking with us means you're banking with one of the strongest banks in the nation. Visit any one of our locations in Philo, St. Joseph, Allerton, or Broadlands to experience the best firsthand.
Philo Exchange Bank, hometown community banking since 1883. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
Let your local farmer's insurance agent Michael Rumsey put his experience to work for you. Michael Rumsey proudly serves Champaign County families and businesses and is ready to review your existing policies or provide a no-obligation quote today. Call Michael Rumsey at 217-363-3030 to get smarter about your insurance. Again, that's Michael Rumsey at 217-363-3030. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
Okay, so we got the news coming up. Then we'll play a clip from Teresa Grentz last night. That'll be inducted into our Hall of Fame tonight. It's a free thing at the State Farm Center. If you want to go at 7 p.m., it's free, and all 9 of the 11 are here. Mm-hmm. I think the other 2 have passed away. But in any event, that'll be tonight at State Farm Center. And then ball game tomorrow. People will be there bright and early to get it going, 11 a.m. kickoff. and it's Ohio State, and we know they've only allowed 25 points on their defense all year without one touchdown being scored against Ohio State in the first half all year. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
So we'll see about tomorrow.
Well, I just can't. It's a great challenge. I remember being a player. Of course, I did most of my real playing in high school, but that kind of thing just got me fired up.
Yeah.
That's what I want. Oh, really? No
Challenge.
one's ever scored a touchdown.
Yeah, that's right. We wouldn't get one on them, would we? We get it. Whoa! He scored a touchdown.
No,
that'd be really fun.
That's all good stuff.
Yep. All right. Again, 50-yard line seats. If you want to get in on this, man, you've got another hour to enter, and that's it. And then Diane's going to pick a winner and let you know. 217-359-2255. And it's from Sarah Champagne and Ben Quattrone. And these are, you have to spell Sarah properly to be eligible.
Absolutely.
Text it in. You might get 50-yard line seats on the west side, 15 rows up. Unbelievable. Time for the news at 8 o'clock. You're listening to WXJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.
The Nobel Committee proved it placed politics over peace. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. As with the White House Communications Director posted on X, reacting to the Nobel Peace Prize not going to President Trump for brokering a Gaza ceasefire. Instead, it was awarded to Maria Corina Machado, a Venezuelan opposition activist.
A key unifying figure in a political opposition that was once deeply divided. She's been living in hiding for the last year, but has stayed in Venezuela despite threats against her life. Machado wanted to run for president against Nicolas Maduro, but she was disqualified, seen as just one example of widespread government repression.
Fox's Jonathan Savage. As for Gaza, earlier this morning, Israeli troops pulled back to a predetermined line, opening a 72-hour window for Hamas to release all the remaining hostages, 20 of the 48 believed to be alive, as Palestinians move back to Gaza City in a big exodus.
Walking along a main seaside route along the Mediterranean, heading north towards Gaza City, many of them on foot, for a number of different reasons, either too poor to own a car, the fact that their cars could have been destroyed in the war, but also their cars could have been confiscated by Hamas during the war. That happened quite a bit. And finally, a lot of the roads so badly damaged after 2 years of fighting, on foot is the only way to travel.
Fox's Steve Harrigan in Tel Aviv. President Trump will travel to Israel in the coming days. Next hour, he'll go to Walter Reed Medical Center for a health checkup. Hundreds of thousands of federal workers are off the job a 10th straight day, while those deemed essential keep working without pay and will have to through at least Tuesday. That's when the Senate may vote next as a fight over funding continues. House Speaker Mike Johnson blames Democrats and tells Fox,
I'm a very patient guy, but I have had it with these people. They're playing games with real people's lives.
But the Senate's Minority Leader Chuck Schumer says it's Johnson's fault as Democrats demand health care provisions in the bill.
People will go bankrupt. People will get sick. People will die.
America's listening to Fox News.
Let's go! You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
You ever wonder why Verizon charges twice as much as Pure Talk for the same basic service? Think it might have something to do with the fact that Verizon spends $12 billion a year on advertising and promotion. That's billion with a B. Yeah, Pure Talk doesn't spend that kind of money on commercials. That's why they can offer unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data on a blazing fast 5G network for just $25 a month. Save an additional 50% off your first month when you dial pound 250 and say the words micro. That's pound 250, micro.
President Trump blocked again in federal court. Like in Portland, Oregon, a federal judge has found no evidence of rebellion in the Chicago area, so puts the troop deployment for the National Guard on hold there.
She made the correct decision to enter a temporary restraining order.
That's Illinois Attorney General Kwame Raoul, a Democrat. Hundreds of troops had already arrived, sent by Texas's Republican governor. But the deployment to Memphis, full steam ahead to join a federal crackdown on crime that's already been underway with agents on the streets.
The mayor of Memphis said unlike in Los Angeles or Chicago, the governor of their state, Tennessee, wanted to work with the president on deploying the Guard to their city, and officials there say the patrols began today. Police Chief C.J. Davis said she does not want it to feel like the city's militarized.
We're not utilizing them to do checkpoints or anything
like that. So we want to really sort of, dispel some of the myths and the rumors of what people think is going to happen.
She said they will help direct traffic and be visible in retail corridors. The mayor said while crime has fallen, it is still too high. Attorney General Pam Bondi said the Memphis State Task Force had already made more than 500 arrests and seized over 140 guns. Jessica Rosenthal, Fox News.
On Wall Street, stocks may rise. Dow and NASDAQ futures are up the day after losses for both. In the baseball playoffs, a painful exit for the Phillies, especially for pitcher Orion Kerkering. His error in the bottom of the 11th inning let the Los Angeles Dodgers score the winning run in a 2-1 game, eliminating Philadelphia.
Honest mistake, just it's baseball. Happens, and just keep your head up. You'll be good for a long time to come. It's not my fault. Just had opportunities to score.
Now, the defending World Series champion Dodgers advance to play for the National League title. They'll face either the Cubs or the Brewers. Chicago shut out Milwaukee 6-0 to force a final game of that series tomorrow. On Thursday Night Football, the defending champion Philadelphia Eagles upset by their rival New York Giants 34-17. I'm Dave Anthony, and this is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Construction at Clark Lindsay and Urbana close to being completed. It means that residents are scheduled to move into the new living spaces later this month. The North Building is a new 3-story building with 45 modern designed independent living apartments. Now, the expansion also includes 38 assisted living apartments and 26 memory care assisted living apartments. An Urbana man accused of shooting a woman, sending her to the hospital, appearing in court this week. 21-year-old Noah Allen accused of shooting his 21-year-old girlfriend. It happened before 2 o'clock Tuesday across the street from Urbana Middle School. Allen facing 3 charges, one of those first-degree murder. State officials headed to court to block the deployment of hundreds of National Guard troops in Illinois. Lawyers for the state and Chicago appearing before a federal judge to argue the deployment is illegal. Illinois' lawsuit comes on the heels of suits from Portland and the state of Oregon to block the same deployment of National Guard troops. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
What is most important to you in your life? This is Eric Boland with Provident Financial Group. Whether you're launching a career, raising a family, planning for retirement, or creating a legacy, we can help. At Provident, we provide strategic thinking and perspective that help clients like you realize their goals. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities offered through Raymond James Financial Services, Inc., member FINRA SIPC. Provident Financial Group is not a registered broker-dealer and is independent of Raymond James Financial Services. Investment advisory services offered through Raymond James Financial Service Advisors, Inc.
Want unbeatable prices on your next furniture purchase, but also seeking that local hometown feel? Look no further than Kelsey Furniture in Tuscola. Customers rave about their friendly, established staff, as well as their great selection, amazing prices, and second-to-none delivery service. They're a third-generation local business, and they've always got your best interests at heart. Find the look you love for less. Open 9 to 5 Monday through Saturday, but always available online at kelseyfurniture.com. That's kelseyfurniture.com.
All right, hey, good morning, 8:07. I'm Stevie J. There's Brother Johnny. There's Diane.
It's Friday.
It is Greg Solier has jumped on board with us.
Yep.
He's devised a pretty darn good weather forecast. It was 40 when I got out here this morning.
Yeah, we had a few upper 30s and still 38s. You get west of Tuscola this morning and some mid-30s down in the Wabash and east of Danville. A little frost there reported.
Pretty clean and green harvest, Johnny.
Yep.
I mean, there's nothing really stop you. Just go get her in.
I'll tell you what, Greg, it makes me, I wish they had a 70 and older tackle football league. Doggone it.
Tackle? Be happy with your flag.
Flag football.
Johnny could go down, out, and up, and Brucey'd stop every run there was. So.
My point was actually, with this kind of weather, you just want to play football.
Okay, thank you for that. And you could just toss that around in the yard, though, Johnny, and get your fix.
Johnny could go shockingly fast for a man of his maturity. So.
I would want to keep it in my age bracket.
I can, but it's on my bicycle.
There you go. Yeah, that's right.
That's it.
Time for our weather. We had somebody trying to get in over here, so that's our firefighter. He's coming this side to her. It's Fire Safety Week or something.
Yes.
Meteorologist Greg Solier, you got a great forecast for us, my friend.
Yes, we do. Temperatures have popped generally back into the low to mid 40s. 47, the milder spot at Willard right now. 50 at Bloomington Normal. You get a little west towards the Illinois and some weakening sprinkle and shower activity, most of it up aloft, but wouldn't be surprised we get into that here before the morning is done into the early afternoon. A little clipper system that will run the periphery of the hot weather ridge over the southern part of the country down towards Brother Johnny's place with a subtropical low making its way up the eastern seaboard. wind and squally weather there. And out on the left coast as well, they're going to get into some pretty active weather. Winter storm watches across Montana, Idaho, the central Rockies, and a lot of rain with flash flood potential in the desert southwest. So we sit in good order with a forecast high and increasing clouds already underway to about 72 with, again, a few sprinkles around for this morning and into the early afternoon as well. They'll come back late this afternoon, early this evening. No impact to harvest. They'll low down to 51. Good weather for the weekend. Great weather for the weekend. 65, 67 degree spread at kickoff tomorrow late morning. 73 later in the ballgame. Light east wind and a partly cloudy sky. We're sunshiny and 75 on Sunday. Dry, mild weather for October next week. Daytime highs between 75 and 80 degrees. For CVG Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
He's with the Champaign Fire Department. Is Matt Quinlan. Is that right, Matt?
That's correct.
Do you have an official title with the Champaign Fire Department?
I'm a lieutenant, and I also serve as the assistant deputy fire marshal.
Okay, could you get a little closer to the microphone?
Yes, sir.
I want you to say A. Aardvark. Can you say A. Aardvark?
A. Aardvark.
I think we want you to read the phone book. Just read the phone book. You have a great voice.
Oh, well, I can do it.
Melodic tones.
Nice. It sounds weird when you say we hear voices, but in that way, I hear your sound, and you have a very nice sound. So you're out there barking orders, man. You put out the house fires. You get it done.
Yes. So, but I'm only one cog in a big team. So that's
what all the good coaches say, Matt. Good one.
That's what I tell everybody. It's we are a team, and we get everything done together. That's why, and we stick together. Come the good times and the bad, and that's how we.
So if the firehouse bell rings, and you are 5 miles away, how fast can you guys get ready?
And obviously everybody sees the we lay our bunker gear out. We've got all ready so we can jump in it.
How fast are you in the truck rolling?
If it's at night and we're asleep, we like to be out the door in a minute.
What?
Yeah.
Whoa.
What about if you're not asleep?
It just depends on where you're standing at in the station.
It could be under a minute.
We move quick. So
how do you wake up? I mean, that's just part of the training?
It's a very loud beeping noise, and we actually have multiple things. We have a printer that goes off. Now with cell phones, our phones go off.
Nobody's sleeping through anything, right?
I'm not going to say that doesn't happen. I think that's a little bit of a rite of passage. Someone will sleep through a call.
That's amazing.
Yes,
because talk about groggy. Every human to be groggy sometimes. Anyway, Matt Quinn, nice to have you. What is Fire Safety Week about?
It's real interesting. Fire Prevention Week is kind of set up to honor the Great Chicago Fire. And it's 100 years.
Wow.
It's been going on. And it's a weird wording. I actually looked it up. It's the week in October that the 9th falls in. So it kind of runs Sunday to Sunday. So it's a kind of a weird setup. Right. And it's just, usually there's a big theme. And it's just a week just to kind of, highlight the fire service. And more importantly, let us have a little extra time to get a good safety message out. Like I said, the National comes up with a theme, but also
I thought it was batteries this week.
Yes, right. And that's a big thing. Lithium batteries.
I'm telling you can. It's hard to put that fire out.
Yes, and that's what we'll get a couple calls a week about hey, what do I do with that? And it's really hard to even get good answers because that's so evolving.
Mm-hmm.
What they would tell you if it was great that you had something catch on fire and it was in the middle of abandoned parking lot, not next to anything, you can let it burn. But that's we all know that's not how that works.
Give me an example of lithium battery fire. I mean,
a big thing that you see, especially with the U of I campus, is the the scooters have them. Some of your electric cars.
So those things are 5,000 degrees when they burn, right?
Yes.
So that's a problem.
Yes.
So they could spread versus it's not isolated. Yeah. So what do you do with the electric cars issue? I guess
the best thing you can do is get everything around it clear.
Wow.
And you can hit it with enough water to make it go out. But if you could just let it kind of burn and do its thing, they're going to tell you.
How long does it take a car with? Okay, because Bloomington had that disaster with that electric car.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, it burned. That, and I would think the fumes wouldn't be any good either.
No, it's not good all across the board.
Well, and sometimes you have videos that you see of people's phone on fire and
phones,
in their back pocket.
Your laptop batteries.
Yeah.
Let's face it. There's a reason we're doing this because it's in everything.
Okay, well you got to be careful, but I don't know what you do to prevent it. Just be aware.
Just be aware. Yeah,
Okay.
I think just awareness. I think that's the biggest
grease
thing.
fires, I'm smothering too. Correct. I mean, if you're at a stove and there's, I've seen examples of, oh my gosh, you can't put water on that.
Right. Yeah. That's one thing everybody wants to blast.
It's a natural
with.
thing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Natural. Blast it with water, and that's gonna spread a kitchen fire.
And an extinguisher underneath or something.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, but a lot of people are doing these blankets these days.
What do you think of that, Matt Quinlan?
So Matt Quinlan, I would just say Matt Quinlan's not any firefighter Matt Quinlan. I will say I struggle with those, but what is very interesting is in our fire academy that's coming up, we have a few of those, and we are going to kind of test those out.
Okay.
And try to do a little test.
Like which is the one you need if you have,
or if it's
effective. Okay.
Yes.
And to
but
me,
what
it's
I would tell you,
quicker than an extinguisher, because then you got the what's the you pull.
Got to pull the pin,
pull the pin, squeeze it. Yeah. But if you smother it and it doesn't burn, you got to make sure they don't cut it, right?
Yes.
The blanket catches.
But of course, I would tell everybody, like I always say, from when I talk to kids, I would talk to adults. Our job is to put out the fire, and what your job is to get out, because we want you safe,
right.
And we can come in and handle the fire.
Gotcha.
But
right.
we also know there's some time and there's a few things you can do, but we always tell everybody, just get out, let us handle it.
Be careful with candles. Sometimes
Absolutely.
you have your candles and forget.
We're getting
a little
into
bit.
the holiday season where the Christmas trees will be dry, all that, and pumpkins, jack-o'-lanterns. We might have candles in those things.
Yes.
And this,
I've come to be a big fan of the the battery powered.
The little
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, it looks great. It's just not quite the.
Matt Quinlan, Champaign Fire Department Fire Prevention Week is coming up next week.
No,
I said we're in it right now.
Right
it up this week.
Any time is going to be a good time to talk.
Absolutely.
Right.
Agree.
It was just
and of course, the orange fire truck tomorrow with the Illinois script on the side is going to be part of the tailgating, or was that last week? Or
it was the Michigan game is where it came out, and I would like to say a big kudos to Robert Rosenthal.
Yeah, Robert's a great guy.
Yes,
yeah. He stepped.
Yes, I followed that for a long time.
Yeah.
And to watch that he stepped up when we had kind of a tragedy in house and with that incident, and just stepping up for us, stepping up for our members that got hurt, and that was really great to see.
Robert's a good man.
Kudos to him.
And he's also got a big voice like you, man.
Yeah. But no, and how cool is that, right?
Yeah.
It's
orange fire.
as soon as I saw that, I'm like, man, that's awesome.
Well, if anybody wants to give the Firefighters Benevolent Fund, it's just an online search away to keep you guys going with all these great programs.
Yep. And reach out with that. It's obviously you can find us on Facebook, and it's the Benevolent Fund does take care of community needs, but it is set up to take care of our first responders and our families when things happen.
Hey, listen, we appreciate you coming out, and thank you for what you do.
Yes, thank you.
First responders, the top of the row, man.
Yeah, and I would like to say we do have one more open house tonight at Station 6.
Awesome.
So
where's Station 6?
It's by Zahn Park. It's at the corner of
I know where you are.
Kind of right after Windsor and Staley.
Yeah, it's a nice looking firehouse.
I always encourage everybody.
What time?
It is I believe at 6 o'clock.
So you can come in, look around.
Yes,
That's
but also,
so cool.
but anytime I tell everybody you want to stop by your local neighborhood firehouse.
Yeah,
do it.
You got solid citizens, firefighters. I mean, you all are real men, women that are just really good. And you get to usually the bad wrecks first, and that's tough stuff.
Yeah.
Well, hey, listen,
Thanks
Lieutenant,
for coming
great
in.
to see you. Thank you, Matt. Nice to meet you.
Yep,
Matt
nice
Quinlan.
to meet you guys.
Matt Quinlan, Fire Prevention Week is this week, and always a good time to talk about that. ESPN 93.5. Hey, from cash-free convenience to protection from fraud and beyond, credit cards provide numerous advantages to you. However, before you use plastic for making purchases and managing your personal finances, it's important to be smart about using credit. National Get Smart About Credit Day is October 16. That would be next week. Established by the American Bankers Association, this annual day of recognition is designed to encourage individuals to take control of their credit by providing educational resources related to the various forms of credit and how to properly increase, manage, and protect your credit score, which actually has a ton of weight behind a credit score when you're trying to get money. Know what you're getting yourself into. Get your free credit report. Make timely payments. Find the right card for you. Avoid the danger zone and shop secure. Busey is all about it. And the Busey professionals want to help you preserve and protect your credit using their years and years of experience. Helpful tools. They've got it all. Call them at 800-67-BUSEY for a complimentary credit consult and visit one of their many convenient locations today. Busey, for over 157 years, Member FDIC. All right, going to check your weather with our meteorologist, Greg Solier, and we are thrilled to bring you this weather forecast on this Friday. This is October 10, 2025. It's now 8:19 in Champaign-Urbana.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for Central Illinois, Champaign-Urbana vicinity. A little change overall to the weather maps and charts with mild to warm high pressure for the time of year overhead. From time to time, we'll kind of push that high out of the picture and get a weather system or two to ride through the northern and eastern Corn Belt with some passing clouds and actually a couple of showers breaking out to the north and west of us. They'll arrive here, though, as the morning wears on in sprinkle fashion with this dry, stable atmosphere. They'll extend in through early this evening. Increasing clouds for the day today at 72, down to 51 for tonight. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, mid to upper 60s around kickoff time, low and mid 70s in the afternoon for the ball game on east to southeasterly winds, and again a partly cloudy sky. Clear cooler tomorrow night, low down to 43, sunshine at 75, a mild Sunday, and that's the story for next week with highs up to 77 on Monday, near 80 Tuesday. We'll drop back into the low to mid 70s Wednesday and Thursday, back to the mid 70s on Friday. Overnight readings will be down to the upper 40s and lower 50s. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
I'm Taylor Riggs, and this is the Fox Business Report. The University of Michigan's Consumer Sentiment Report, out at 10 a.m. Eastern, measures how optimistic or pessimistic American consumers are about their personal finances and the overall economy. And some Halloween shoppers may be getting the chills at checkout because of steeper chocolate prices from cocoa costs, which have more than doubled since early last year, according to a report from Wells Fargo's Agri-Food Institute. While wholesale cocoa prices have eased from late 2024 peaks, manufacturers are still passing on to consumers their increased costs because candy on the shelves now was made from that pricier cocoa. The report also says companies are reducing seasonal product lines and implementing shrinkflation. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Lillian Wu, invested in you.
From the Fox News Podcasts Network.
I'm Janice Dean, Fox News senior meteorologist and host of the Janice Dean podcast. Join me every Sunday as I focus on stories of hope and people who are truly rays of sunshine in their community and across the world. Be sure to subscribe to the Janice Dean podcast at foxnewspodcast.com or wherever you listen to your podcasts. And don't forget to spread the sunshine.
America's listening to Fox News.
At the UPS Store, we have everything to help small business owners be unstoppable. So if you need packing and shipping, we'll be the packing and shipping store.
I could use a little help. I've got 78 orders to ship out.
We're here to help. Our certified packing experts care like you care and can pack and ship just about anything.
The UPS Store can help small business owners be unstoppable with our packing and shipping services. Our certified packing experts can handle it all. The UPS Store. Be unstoppable. The UPS Store locations are independently owned. Product, services, pricing, and hours may vary. See Center for details.
You've changed thousands of diapers, played hours of peekaboo and duck duck goose because you do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow will help make it easy and affordable to help you protect your family no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you do anything for, life insurance could mean everything. Call State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow in Champaign-Urbana today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hi, I'm Troy Lands from Lands Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Underground Solutions. Are you tired of dealing with leaky faucets, basement flooding, bursting or leaking pipes? From plumbing maintenance and repairs to installing new water heaters and sump pumps, our goal is to get you up and running as soon as possible. At Lands Plumbing, we have 24/7 emergency service and a team of highly skilled professionals that will work with you to get the job done right the first time. I'm Troy Lands, and you can count on my company because you can count on me.
Okay, it is 8:23. Donald Trump did not win the Nobel Peace Prize, which makes it kind of a joke for me because, well, they found a Venezuelan woman.
Maria Corina Machado.
Gave her the Nobel Peace Prize over Donald Trump, and he'd been nominated by numerous leaders of countries. He solved so many wars.
Well, he did a lot to bring peace to the world.
But I think it's a qualifier. If you're anywhere near not far left, I think you're out.
I think they definitely disqualified Trump. And so, well, he's just stopped. wars. Well, he's not eligible. And so they have to look. So you've got to have a certain framework in your worldview. Not just, but it's a shame because this obviously isn't just for the Peace Prize. It's for the, the scientists who are eliminated because of their.
How do they
comments.
know your views?
Well, you're pretty public at that level.
Okay, so you make comments that are tipping the.
And then if you don't, you're eligible.
And this person is a brave and committed champion of peace, a woman who keeps the flame of democracy burning amid growing darkness.
Well, Matt, the fireman who was just in, does that. And so I think he should have got it.
Okay.
All right, so here's Martha Raddatz.
He does.
Here's ABC's Martha Raddatz, who's not a Trump fan, about all of this.
Role President Trump played in bringing all of this about. Well, Robin, there's no question that if this goes as planned, if we see those remaining hostages freed and Israel begin its withdrawal, it is a remarkable achievement, and President Trump most certainly deserves credit for his role. He has done this through diplomacy, pressure, and the sheer force of his personality and persistence. He dispatched diplomats again and again, made threats just in the last few days to Hamas, saying again if they did not sign the deal, all hell would break loose. And they had the bombing of Iran as an example of that. But perhaps most importantly, he pushed Benjamin Netanyahu in ways his predecessor and others have not.
Okay, so there's Martha Raddatz, ABC.
No, I think that's, to me, much more important than the left-leaning Nobel Prize Committee.
Well, he said yesterday did it to stop the killing. I didn't do it for any awards.
But the what you've seen for the first time that I've seen is somebody, and not just one person, commenting that Trump did something good.
There you go.
That has not happened.
Okay.
And when you do that, everything shifts because they're no longer capable of nothing but evil because they did something good.
Yeah.
And that's like, well, maybe he's not even that bad. But that's the biggest thing. And I'm talking not just her. There's been 8 or 10 of the people who just bash him no matter what. And this time they're like, well, boy, he deserves credit. And they can't give him any kind of prize. They should have a more conservative group giving conservative people prizes, if that's how we want to do it. I'd like to see just whoever does that the best in that category get the prize, regardless of what you think their worldview is.
Well, that'd be good. Maybe you start the Cacciaturian Award, like the Nobel Prize.
Well, okay.
How much we could give them $500 or something.
It's the thought that counts.
We can give them some gift cards. At their favorite restaurant,
No, well, it's a start.
Yeah.
We'll GoFundMe on that.
All
Let's
right.
GoFundMe, and we'll get. And the first thing we'll do is give Donald Trump the Nobel Peace Prize.
That's exactly right.
Peace Prize.
Okay, so here's.
And by the way, they shouldn't even have a peace. Alfred Nobel invented dynamite. So what do you? What's he doing?
I didn't know that.
Peace Prize.
Alfred Nobel, as in Nobel Peace Prize, invented dynamite. Well, you could make some roads blow through the little canyons there. Okay, so here's I've always said it's there's God when you have the Earth so positioned to where if it moves a degree, you're heard. So here's a guy that explains it maybe a little better about God.
Evidence that our planet was designed.
Oh, abundant evidence, so much so that our planet is often called a Goldilocks planet. We live in the habitable zone of our solar system. That's the right distance from the sun so that liquid water can exist. That's essential for life. We have the right mix of gases in our atmosphere. We have an axial tilt, which gives us the progression of seasons as the Earth orbits the sun. We have a spin rate, which is just right. If we spun much slower, we'd have long, hot days and very long, cold nights. If the Earth spun too quickly, we would create destructive winds, gale force. We have the right magnetic shield around the Earth, which protects the Earth from cosmic rays. The probability of all those conditions arising is astronomically small. So that screams design.
Yeah. I mean, that was random, but I heard that and I'm going, he said it more intelligently than I did. But I think about the tilt and the spin. How come we don't get dizzy if we're spinning and going 1,200 miles an hour? I don't get it.
Well, don't look at me.
but you're our resident smart guy,
I've been very impressed with our Creator.
Oh, my gosh.
And by the way, we're not even one of the 100 billion stars in our mid-sized galaxy. We're just a piece of rock that's in the perfect spot. They go
Yeah.
around a relatively
Could
modest
there be
sun.
another piece of rock in another galaxy? I mean,
There's 200 billion of them, Steve.
I mean,
one thing, we were created in God's image, which makes us extremely special. That's why he wants to be with us,
Yeah.
which is why he came with Jesus and said, come with me. So that's all you have to do, by the way, say, I'll go.
Yeah. No,
Thanks,
that's it.
God.
I don't deserve it, but I'll go.
No, that's right. It's grace and mercy.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll break for the news. One more segment to go for the week. You're always welcome on the Fisher National Bank text line, 217-359-2255. We're still 30 minutes away from deciding who wins 50-yard line seats for maybe the biggest game of the week. It's Oregon, Indiana, 2 top 10 teams, but this is number 1 against number 17 tomorrow in Champaign at Geese Memorial Stadium. So if you want a chance at 50-yard line seats, if you missed it an hour ago, Ben Quattrone is providing a car to give away, actually a GMC SUV, at the Fox Noon show tomorrow. He said, I also have, by the way, I have 50-yard line seats, 15 rows up right over the helmets of the players.
He said they were burning a hole
in his pocket.
And by the way, Steve, there's a lot of texters coming in, but this is astronomically more likely than winning the Powerball because
that's right.
you do not have 500 million.
Chris is asking who was the guy that talked about the perfect design of our planet.
Who is he? Mm-hmm. It's on Instagram, and I didn't catch his name.
Okay.
I don't think he was American.
We'll look it
he
up.
was not American. See if I can find that out. All right, 217-359-2255. Text in Sarah, as in Sarah Champagne, spelled correctly. And then
it's
you
a
have
good
a chance.
You're going to have a shot at this.
Yes, you will have a very good shot at this.
Go Illini.
50-yard line seats.
Let's do it.
For the top game in Champaign for a long time. Has not been number 1. This is big. All right, 8:30, time for the latest from Fox News.
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. The ceasefire in Gaza now in place. Displaced Palestinians in central Gaza walking north in the territory. A 72-hour window is now open for the next step, releasing the remaining 48 hostages. 20 are believed to be alive, including Amir Moran, his brother-in-law, Moshe Levi, earlier on Fox and Friends.
We're so hopeful that this is going to be carried out, but we're trying to be grounded in reality as much as possible because we've been disappointed time and again before.
The president set to travel to the region in the next few days. The president did not win this award today.
The Nobel Peace Prize for 2025 to Maria Corina Machado.
She's the opposition leader in Venezuela. White House comms director Stephen Chung posting on X earlier. The Nobel Committee proved they place politics over peace. America's listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. After nearly a month on the lam, the suspect in an Urbana shooting in custody. It happened September 9th in the 1500 block of East Washington Street. Police say several individuals involved. One who came back with a gun fired shots into a car. 39-year-old Demetrius Vaughn charged with attempted first-degree murder. State officials headed to court today to block the deployment of hundreds of National Guard troops in Illinois. Lawyers for the state and Chicago will appear before a federal judge to argue the deployment is illegal. Illinois' lawsuit comes on the heels of suits from Portland and the state of Oregon to block the same deployment of National Guard troops. After a tense back-and-forth meeting, the Champaign County Village choosing to get rid of its police department. Monday, Thomasboro's Board of Trustees voted to approve a contract with the Champaign County Sheriff's Office, forcing the village's police department to dissolve. You're locally up-to-date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
Attention drivers. When it comes to your car, trust matters. That's why savvy drivers choose PDR Automotive for top-notch service and unbeatable quality. From routine maintenance to complex repairs, their team of expert technicians has the skill and experience to keep your vehicle running smoothly. At PDR Automotive, customer satisfaction is their priority, and they won't rest until your car is back on the road performing at its best. Visit PDR Automotive in Urbana today, family-owned and operated for more than 50 years. They're what's best for your truck or car. They are PDR.
And what about Dixie Chopper? What do you got? Dedicated diesel.
The best prices you'll ever get on a Dixie Chopper. I'm looking at right now the list of a classic. The regular retails for $18,200. We're going to sell it for $12,500.
What?
Yep.
You're doing commercial. This is a no-brainer.
Yeah, we're gonna sell some of these things and move them out. A $7,500 Z2. We're gonna get rid of for $5,000.
Man.
$20,000 Eagle, 72-inch cut. It's there for $13,500.
Wow. It's the fastest lawnmowers in the world, called Dixie Chopper. Go to Dedicated Diesel. How would I reach Andy for that?
They can call Andy at 217-328-0562. Visit him at 1313 Triumph Drive in Urbana, or check him out on Dedicated Equipment on Facebook.
Jets Pizza and Stevie J Broadcasting want to send you to see the Fighting Illini sold-out game against Ohio State. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 and you could be on your way to Geese Memorial Stadium. Stop by Jets Pizza at Neal and Green Street or Round Barn off Springfield and Mattis for their delicious Detroit-style pizza. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 to win tickets for Fighting Illini football against Ohio State. From Jets Pizza and Stevie J Broadcasting.
You've heard about the doggy bag, right? From Bulldog Disposal Muhammad, a 6 cubic yard canvas bag that can be used for easy cleanup instead of a big dumpster. The one-time use bag is now available and you can save the delivery charge. Get the doggy bag at Do It Best Hardware in Champaign at 107 West Springfield. So fill up the bag, call Bulldog Disposal, have it disposed of, and you'll be organized. Go to bulldoggybag.com for all the details. That's bulldoggybag.com.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for East Central Illinois, Champaign-Urbana vicinity. A little change overall to the weather maps and charts with mild to warm high pressure for the time of year overhead. From time to time, we'll kind of push that high out of the picture and get a weather system or two to ride through the northern and eastern Corn Belt with some passing clouds and actually a couple of showers breaking out to the north and west of us. They'll arrive here, though, as the morning wears on in sprinkle fashion with this dry, stable atmosphere. They'll extend in through early this evening. Increasing clouds for the day today at 72, down to 51 for tonight. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, mid to upper 60s around kickoff time, low to mid 70s in the afternoon for the ball game on east to southeasterly winds. Then again, a partly cloudy sky. Clear cooler tomorrow night, low down to 43, sunshine at 75, a mild Sunday. And that's the story for next week with highs up to 77 on Monday, near 80 Tuesday. We'll drop back into the low to mid 70s Wednesday and Thursday, back to the mid 70s on Friday. Overnight readings will be down to the upper 40s and lower 50s. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm your host, Greg Solgay.
All right, so we had Teresa Grentz, Hall of Famer in every category. Mighty Max in 2009 was a movie about Immaculata College, which is a small women's college at the time. Now it's co-ed, but it's Catholic. And a story of Kathy Rush, who took the coaching job then, and Teresa Grentz. In the movie, she's Trish Sharkey.
Right.
They changed her name, but she's clearly the best player.
Right.
And there was the first women's basketball championship in 1972. Immaculata College won. Again in 73, again in 74. The player of the year in 74 was Teresa Schenk, who later married Carl Grentz. Teresa Schenk Grentz. And she was the player of the year the same year Bill Walton for UCLA was the player of the year.
And where is
They played
Immaculata?
It's in Philadelphia. Right
in
outside.
Philadelphia?
Right outside.
Don't say Philadelphia.
She played a little
No, that's
skirt.
great. Philadelphia.
So she was.
They wore dresses.
They wore dresses.
When they played
as
basketball.
they played basketball. But this is early on in women's basketball. But I told her I thought she was the first great women's basketball player in the world.
Well, it sounds like that's exactly what
she averaged 25 points and 19 rebounds a game.
In a dress, no less.
In a dress.
Because Jordan couldn't even do that.
No way. So here's Teresa Grentz, who's been in every Hall of Fame there is now as a player and as a coach. She won 681 games as a coach.
Had her on yesterday at Pia's.
Yep.
Feels so good to be back and to be with you again.
Well,
we had a lot of fun.
How come you look the same?
Oh, do I owe you money?
No, you don't owe me anything. But you really look terrific. And this is a Hall of Fame weekend. You're going to be inducted in the Illinois Hall of Fame. Mm-hmm. This is about it. Is there another Hall of Fame that I can find for you, or is that it? You're in the Naismith. You're as a player, as a coach. This is it.
This is it.
So how does that feel?
I can't tell you how grateful I am to be going to be inducted into the Illinois Hall of Fame. It means the absolute most to me because we took a program that was really lower than dog biscuits on the food chain. You know, they were struggling. And we put our work in for 12 years, and to be honored and thought that that work was good enough to be into the Hall of Fame means so much to me.
It wasn't
really,
easy.
really does.
I mean, we didn't have it. You went back after the Big Ten meeting and told the girls that you're supposed to finish last. You left the meeting. You went back and told the kids, and there was no reaction.
Right. That's exactly right. That's a true story. All my friends out in that meeting, we were in Indianapolis, and they voted. I wasn't there. I wasn't in the Illinois coach when they did that vote, and they handed the papers out. And I looked at this. There were 11 teams in the Big Ten at that time. Penn State had just come in. And my so-called good colleague friends had selected us to finish last. I said, hey, what is this? And they said, well, Trish, you don't have any players. I said, what do you mean? They said, you're going to be last. You stink. And I said, you know what? I'm out of here. I said, have your meeting. Do whatever you want, but I'm going home. And I went home. I went back in. I called Kathy McConnell, and the cell phones looked like shoe boxes.
Yeah, right. That's
I
right.
got her on the phone, and I said, get them together, get those kids together, because I got to come back. And I did.
And what was the reaction? I mean, what did the kids, when you
They
said...
didn't say anything. They just looked at me like, whatever. And then this one lovely child, who I will never forget, Ann Henderson, was in the back of the room. She raised her hand, and she said, Coach. I said, yes, what do you have to say? She said, Coach, you'll get used to it.
Oh, wow. That you don't tell Tricia Grants you're going to get used to that.
No. I looked at them and I said, no. I'm going to tell you right now. And this is why I could never coach today. If I coached today, I would be fired before the ink would dry on my contract. Because I looked at them and said, I got news for you. If we finish last in this league, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill your dog. I'm going to kill you. You're going to. That's it. It's going to be the end of it. Of course, you can't say that today. And here's the thing. Stevie, they did not finish last. They finished 7th.
Well, the next year you did what?
And the next year they won it.
Championship next year.
Yep.
Yeah. Teresa Grant's lovely.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so she's one of a kind, and in all the Hall of Fame, she has 4 grandkids now. Her husband tragically died, cancer. Carl was part of the go to Teresa Grant's house and make her pancakes live on the radio on the morning show.
Cool.
We determined that 8 out of 10 radios, 80% of radios that morning were listening to that show. Because Carl had an infectious laugh and was laughing at my pancakes, calling them hot pads. and she said the other 20% were at her house because we had so much fun doing that for her. So, and she also worked a week for me on morning radio when we had the triplets. So she was just a friend.
So that was in 97?
1997.
Because she was here 95 through 2007.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, and she just...
where do they live now? Where does she
she's
live?
Outside Philadelphia.
Okay, so up in Pennsylvania.
Yeah. So she's just great, and you can hear her East Coast accent, and she was no nonsense. There was just no nonsense.
Very cut to the chase.
Yeah.
Well, that's very... It's amazing the influence of one person.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're talking last, and of course we're going to get last.
Yeah.
We're no good. And then they won it.
Yeah. With
2
a lot
years
of the
later.
same players.
Yep.
Well, that's
amazing.
just amazing.
Yeah, it is.
And it's just what we've got coaches like that right now.
Yeah, we do. 8:42. A little more on the game tomorrow. Stand by. I'll be right back. For over 70 years, Beck's Country Shop has been Central Illinois' premier furniture store. With over 23,000 square feet of showroom filled with quality brands, you'll be sure to find that perfect piece to fit your home. Beck's offers free delivery and removal of your old items. They even sell off the showroom floor, so you don't have to wait for weeks or months. They pride themselves on hassle-free service and quality furniture at fair prices. Located on Route 45 in Urbana, visit Justin or Lance today at Beck's Country Shop Furniture.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
When feeling better can't wait, visit Christie Clinic Convenient Care. Convenient locations, hours to fit your schedule, and no appointment necessary. Plus, you don't have to be a Christie Clinic patient. Receive health care when and where you need it with Christie Clinic Convenient Care. Christie Clinic accepts Health Alliance and most other major insurance plans. Visit ChristieClinic.com to find the convenient care closest to you.
At Coach House Garages, buildings are more than just garages and backyard sheds. By combining your imagination with their experience, generations of Amish craftsmanship, and the finest quality materials, they build a garage that fits all of your specifications at a budget you can live with. To learn more about what Coach House of Champaign and Danville offers, visit them online at CoachHouseGarages.com or call at 217-351-9073.
More than just a garage. More than just a garage. It's a Coach House.
Well, I tell you what, though, A&R has been such an amazing, impactful company. Your grandfather, your dad, you've all gone through stuff. And your secret is what, John?
Well, I mean, you have to trust that you're doing the right thing, first of all. And you got to surround yourself with good people. And I think over the years, we've had some really good people that have been part of A&R. And, we owe a lot of our success, if not all of it, to those people.
Neil, you could say A&R has built a great part of Champaign-Urbana. It's about people. Can you explain the culture, why people would want to work at A&R?
We've had several families where we've gone even 3 generations. And these guys are long-term employees. They want to stay with us. And it's rewarding to know that they want to be with us. We have their backs. They have our backs. And that's a unique perspective, I think, from anybody this day and age.
I'm positive because you're such a solid company. A&R Mechanical, a thriving leader 100 years later.
Actually, I called the provider. It was just going to be a while before I could have service, and I couldn't wait, so I was recommended to Classic. Professionalism, their dependability, credibility, and the service technicians, I wouldn't ever call anybody else.
I truly believe that after people have experienced other companies and then given us a try, they can clearly see the difference.
Visit ClassicPlum.com.
All right, 8:46. So Illinois hosts Ohio State. The Buckeyes will fly into town on a charter, and they will land, I presume, this afternoon, and then probably walk through the stadium. I mean, this is like Illinois in 05, 04, 05. That team, Brian Barnhart, the voice of the Illini, said it was a rock star. It was just entourages wherever you went because you're number one.
Yeah.
Buckeyes are kind of used to that. They're the national champions, reigning national champions, undefeated number one. Only allowed 25 points all year on that defense. So our challenge is certainly right there. And so that's why Brett Bellman was saying, hey, make it an atmosphere like we've never seen, that kind of thing. And it's certainly we can be the 12th man on this thing. And you know what? Every minute that passes in that game if it's close, it's just going to get better.
Well, also, when you're playing in any league or any division, and it gets more intense as you get higher and higher, and this is why you go. You're looking for a game like this. Who we got? You got Ohio State coming in, really?
Yeah, that's right.
So I think we're going to react like that because of the way we've seen them play for the last few years, and they're going to be ready. Yes, Ohio State, frankly, they have double the budget that we do.
Yeah.
So they were able to recruit more players, but again, 11 of them one shot.
Yep.
That's all that can be out there.
And there are 4 and 5 star kids that aren't playing.
Right.
That's crazy.
Right. And we've got guys that can do a lot. We've seen it, and have you ever seen an upset in college sports?
Yes, I have. I have
this
indeed.
Would be a good upset. We've done this before at Ohio State.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, when did Juice Williams win
2007.
that game?
I'm just wondering, though, what was the point spread on that day? I mean, we had to be a couple of touchdown underdog. They were number one.
Up in Columbus.
Yeah.
Yeah. And no, this was, I don't know what the point spread was, but I'm sure it wasn't much different than it is now.
Right.
Yeah. 14.5, I think, is the latest I heard that the Buckeyes are favored, and that's fine. I think you said it right earlier, Johnny. It's good to be the underdog. So.
And I think, and we'll see for sure, but I think even though it's big, what do you call it? Big noon?
Big
noon kickoff show from
Big Fox News noon show.
And even though it's that big Fox noon show, I think it still starts 0-0.
No, it does. But doesn't it increase
11 a.m. kickoff.
in energy and electricity if at halftime it's 10-7 Illinois?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
No, seriously.
I mean,
well, yeah, I'm actually glad you're not on the team.
Right. No. It's yeah.
By the way, Illinois soccer beat Rutgers yesterday, so they're 11-1 on the season.
Yeah.
Next up will be Purdue Sunday at 1, as we say, go Illini.
All right, we've got one more weather, and then we'll get out of here in just a few moments. ESPN 93.5.
Parlor Donuts and Stevie J Broadcasting want to send you to see the Fighting Illini sold-out game against Ohio State. Text Illini to 217-359-2255, and you could be on your way to Geese Memorial Stadium. Stop by Parlor Donuts in the Old Farm Shops on Kirby and Madison Champaign before the game to try their layered donuts, cold brews, blended treats, and more. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 to win tickets for Fighting Illini football against Ohio State with Parlor Donuts and Stevie J Broadcasting.
Join Salt and Light Thursday, October 23rd for our first annual Masquerade Ball. This year's theme is Cirque du Soleil and has everything from fire performers and aerialists to stilt walkers and contortionists, live music, and so much more. For one magical night, we'll stand together to change lives and transform our community with great food and drinks, music, whimsical entertainment, and a live and silent auction. Visit www.saltandlightministry.org and click the Masquerade tab for all the info.
Habitat for Humanity provides a unique opportunity for hardworking people and families to build their own homes.
Clear out the clutter and make a difference by donating to the Habitat for Humanity of Champaign County Restore. Your gently used furniture, appliances, and home goods help build homes, community, and hope right here in Champaign County. Drop off donations behind the Champaign County Restore at 1914 Glen Park Drive or schedule a free pickup for qualifying items. Visit cuhabitat.org or call 359-0507. Your clutter changes lives. Donate today.
Switching is easy. We do it all the time. We switch on the lights. We switch TV channels. Some of us switch partners while square dancing. Well, that's a stretch. But what's not a stretch is how you can switch and save with State Farm. In fact, State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow right here in Champaign-Urbana can switch you over so you can start saving today. Kurt and his team are ready to welcome you to the State Farm neighborhood. It's easy to switch and save. Just give them a call when you want the real deal. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Check out the Urbana Market at the Square, 7 a.m. till noon, rain or shine at Illinois and Vine through October 30th. Get tasty sweet corn, melons, peaches, produce, and squash. There's so many local farmers with vegetables fresh from their gardens. Unique soap vendors with lovely scents, plus flowers and honey. Enjoy Food Truck Row as you fuel up for a great Saturday morning in downtown Urbana. Saturdays from 7 a.m. to noon, rain or shine. For more details, visit urbanamarket.org.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for East Central Illinois, Champaign-Urbana, and vicinity. By and large, little change to the weather maps and charts with weather dictated across our part of the world and Corn Belt by high pressure up aloft, and from time to time, a couple of weather systems over the top will kind of crunch that high back down and keep temperatures still mild, but not quite as warm as we had maybe a week to 10 days ago, but nothing to complain about. One of those said weather systems bringing a couple of sprinkles to the northern and western end of the state. They'll arrive here into the later morning and more so for the afternoon. No big deal. Increasing clouds, 72, light southeast to south wind, down to 51 for tonight. Couple of evening sprinkles for the day tomorrow, partly cloudy. Winds around into the east and southeast midday and afternoon, high about 73. Mostly clear, cooler tomorrow night, low down to 43. Sunshine and 75 on Sunday, up to 77 Monday, up near 80 Tuesday. A warm day, then highs in the 70s with no rain in the forecast continuing on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of next week with overnight readings down near 50. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
Veterans Day is not far away, and you know what you can do? You can nominate a veteran for something fantastic. From ABC Heating and Air Conditioning, they are giving away an entire HVAC system that's heating and air conditioning and honoring our veterans this Veterans Day. If you want to nominate somebody for a complete air conditioner and furnace system from ABC, just go to abcheatingandac.com and nominate a deserving veteran as we honor our veterans this Veterans Day. That's abcheatingandac.com.
At Pards in Urbana, the boots just keep on coming. They're known for their huge collection of men's cowboy boots, women's cowgirl boots, kids' boots, and even shoes. If you're searching for top footwear brands, look no further than Pards. They carry a wide variety, including Ariat, Dan Post, Smoky Mountain, Roper, Double H, and more. And if socks or accessories are what you need, they've got all your high-quality essentials. Since 1968, Pards has been serving their customers with high-quality merchandise. And if you haven't been to Pards in a while, a lot has changed. Go check them out just off University Avenue in Urbana.
If you haven't heard, I'm giving out 50-yard line seats for the game tomorrow, the number one game we've had here for a long, long time from the standpoint of the fact this is the number one team. And if you're interested, from Sarah Champagne and Ben Quattrone, text in Sarah, 217-359-2255, last call for 250-yard line seats. Hard to get, unbelievable. You just won't believe the energy you're going to feel. And on the west side. Yeah, 15 rows up, so it's like you're at a high school game.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. All right, well, let's
Another
go get
quick
them.
giveaway to mention is that HVAC system for a veteran, a local hero. Nominate them at abcheatingandac.com.
That's it right there. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's over $10,000, man.
On Veterans Day, November 11th.
There's some veterans out there that are so deserving, and some that really, really need this. So if you know somebody in your life, just get them nominated, abcheatingandac.com. All right, Johnny, let's get him tomorrow.
Well, okay, we can go. And I do want to announce, Steve, as an alumni, I'm going to get the committee together, but I'm nominating Donald Trump for the Follow Grade School Peace Prize.
Love it.
Which you say doesn't mean anything, but it actually means more than the
Actually,
Nobel
I
Peace
would
Prize,
totally
because
agree.
it includes everybody in the world.
That's right.
We have whoever was the number one in the whole world,
Yeah.
not based on A, B, C, D, but who did more for peace in the world. And it looks like Follow Grade School has
number one.
Going to land on Donald Trump.
Thank you, Johnny.
But go Illinois.
Thank
We can
you.
win this game.
Let's go. Thanks, Diane.
Have a
Thanks,
great
Johnny.
weekend.
I'm Stevie J. Have a blessed weekend. Tell me what I need to know about Dedicated Diesel and Dixie Chopper, buddy.
Well, Dedicated Diesel, the safety lane is open from 8 to 4 every day. If farmers need to get their trailers or their grain trucks inspected to be compliant with state law, they need to come through. No appointment necessary, but we stop accepting people at 4 o'clock so that they can get those inspections done by 4:30 and all the paperwork done and close up on time. But that is a requirement in the state of Illinois, and we're open to do that. Plus, of course, the Dixie Choppers are there for sale. Stop by and see Andy at 1313 Triumph Drive. Take a look at those. Get the best deal you'll ever get on a quality industrial, commercial, or residential lawnmower.
Awesome.
It's fast.
Yeah, fastest ever. Hey, so how can I reach you, Tim Onstadt?
They can call me at 765-793-7131 and extension 4. They can get me on email at timo@gftlog.com.
Drive in, drive out. Recycling's what Max is all about. You can make some cash and do your share. We make it really simple because we care. It doesn't matter large or small. Our friendly staff will handle it all. Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
This is Rob Meyer with Provident Financial Group. Unfortunately, there is not a one-size-fits-all retirement plan. Finding the right plan for you depends on many factors. The good news is that we can help improve your retirement readiness, whatever your situation. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities offered through Raymond James Financial Services, Inc., member FINRA SIPC. Provident Financial Group is not a registered broker-dealer and is independent of Raymond James Financial Services. Investment advisory services offered through Raymond James Financial Service Advisors, Inc.
Here's the deal. When you combine State Farm home and auto insurance, you save an average of $889. State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow is ready to help you combine home and auto and save right here in Champaign-Urbana. Call 352-1411 today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Average annual per household savings based on a 2019 national survey by State Farm of new policyholders who reported savings by switching to State Farm.
Jets Pizza and Stevie J Broadcasting want to send you to see the Fighting Illini sold-out game against Ohio State. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 and you could be on your way to Geese Memorial Stadium. Stop by Jets Pizza at Neal and Green Street or Round Barn off Springfield and Mattis for their delicious Detroit-style pizza. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 to win tickets for Fighting Illini football against Ohio State. From Jets Pizza and Stevie J Broadcasting.
Calling all Honeycrisp apple lovers. Your Honeycrisp are ready at Curtis Orchard. That's right, it's Honeycrisp season, which means you can get them at Curtis Orchard now until we close in late December. Of course, we have all your other favorites too. Donuts, pies and fritters, apples, produce, cider and gifts, preserves and popcorn. It's all here waiting for you to enjoy during your next trip to Curtis Orchard. There's something here to make everyone smile. Visit us at curtisorchard.com or follow on Facebook to find out what else is in season right now.
From computer systems to brakes and tires too, at PDR, fixing cars is what they do. Remember, when you turn the key and the car won't run, call 367-9481 or use their dedicated text-only line at 383-0619. Additional information including repair quotes and online scheduling requests available from the website at pdrauto.com. Remember, they are what's best for your truck or car. They are PDR. For over 70 years, Beck's Country Shop has been Central Illinois' premier furniture store. With over 23,000 square feet of showroom filled with quality brands, you'll be sure to find that perfect piece to fit your home. Beck's offers free delivery and removal of your old items. They even sell off the showroom floor, so you don't have to wait for weeks or months. They pride themselves on hassle-free service and quality furniture at fair prices. Located on Route 45 in Urbana, visit Justin or Lance today at Beck's Country Shop Furniture. This is WSJK Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.